Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. Hello everybody, hope you're well. Bit of a different video today because we've had a job go wrong and we're here to put it right. Or at least I am. It's my mistake, so here I am working for free, getting it right for the customer. If we're going to put videos on of our jobs with a certain element of look how good we are, I hope it doesn't come across like that, but anyone who does these videos, that's really, you know, there's an element of that, let's be honest. We've got to show you the flip side, haven't we? And when things go wrong, we've got to show you when mistakes are made. The story here is that about 4 years ago, just over 4 years ago, I built this single story extension on the back of a bungalow. As a part of the job, we've done the patio as well and all the garden behind me. I'll go into more detail on that in a second. And I also built this retaining wall. It's basically rotting, it's falling away, so I'll turn you around, I'll show you what's happened. Well, I don't know why it's happened, so I might need your help on that one, but I'll show you what is happening and how we're going to put it right. This is the extension that I built. As I say, this is about 4 years ago. It's just a bungalow. I nearly called it a single story bungalow then, that's a bit silly. I tubed it in because I wanted to make, you know, it just looks a bit nicer. I don't like doing it because that joint will crack slightly. But I mentioned it to the customer and I shouldn't have, and they went, yeah, we'll go for that. So here we have it. It just goes down. Just goes down there. This is the patio that we've done. Dug all this out. I'll see if I've got any before photos. I'll put them on now if I have. So that's what we're taking down, that's what we're rebuilding. Well, here we have it. This is the issue. It's a retaining wall in the loosest possible sense because there's already walls behind what I've built and they haven't failed. It's not a case of it being pushed out this way. That was already there before we even started the job, and I wanted to keep that decking, that raised area there. It was already built up. You can see the original bricks there, look behind it. And there's another wall behind this as well. They just wanted it faced up. So what I've done, as you can see, I've done a blockwork wall, single skin there. I've left a cavity just from it in case if ever it does go a little bit, it won't infringe on the brickwork. It's the same behind this wall as well. But that isn't the issue. The issue is, look at this mortar. Look at that. It's just gone. It's almost as if I haven't got put any cement in it. And I can assure you I have. So I don't know what's happened. It's just, look at it, it's just coming apart. So it's not good enough, is it? Exactly same sand cement, same supplier than what I did the extension with, and that hasn't moved. I did use a 4-in-1 mix on a separate day than I built this. I do seem to remember on the footings, and the footings are solid. I used a 5-in-1 mix there, so I think it's back to 4-in-1 with that when I redo it. Didn't use washing up liquid, used a proper plasticizer. I don't know what's happened. It's not frost. It was built mid to late April, if I remember right. So, yeah. Because it's just coming apart. I haven't hit that with a hammer at all. So it's a takedown job. Oh man. Right then, what would you do in this situation? They've paid the money, they've had a walk built, they've paid the money. It should see them out, shouldn't it? Should see most people out. It shouldn't only last 4 years. So I'm doing it for free. Well, it's going to cost me money obviously. I'm going to keep the bricks, but I've got to buy the sand and cement and and all the rest, and the labour all for free, which is why I'm doing it on my own, so I can't afford anyone to be with me to do it. Yeah, it's only right, isn't it? I've made a mistake somewhere, I just don't know what I've done. Never had it before. Dodgy cement maybe, or is that an excuse? I don't know. So, knock it down and start again. Look at that, eh? Blue skies. It could always be worse, couldn't it? Right then, this is an issue that we've got. Taking the bricks down, they're coming down easy enough, as I've already said, but then you get to the clump in the middle, and it's solid, and I can't get it out the frog, so I'm going to break the bricks, and these are the only bricks that we have, so I've got to try and save them. It's strange, so it's not... I've got to... It's not me. Is it me? I don't know. This corner is solid, so I think I'm keeping that. It hasn't moved at all. It's all nice and plump, so that's staying, I think. And you can see it, like the difference where it starts to go wrong just above it. So I'll take it all down, keep that corner, that small corner, take the rest down. I mean, there's an argument to why you're here, take it all down, but if they're solid, I'm going to start breaking them. Breaking the bricks in, as I say, I can't do that. So I'm going to salvage what I can, clean these up, move those, get that down, keep the corner, assess this. This is all solid, this isn't moving, but assess that. If I do keep it, I'll be grinding out the joints. So the new mix all goes in, so it's all one colour. And then we'll go from there, and we'll try and work out where I've gone wrong, if I have, or is it just one of them things? I don't know. Answers on the postcard, please. What I think I will do is I'll keep, I think I was trying to be too neat here, because as you're walking up here, it's the first thing you see is this corner here, and I was trying to keep, I've gone to the wall, and I've got to keep off it, because if I get my level, give us 2 seconds. Granted, I should show you with a bigger level, but I've got this one for now. Look at that. It's leaning right over. So if I was to get that plumb, I mean, it's that far out. You know, in a small level, which is what? That's half the size. So it's double that. So if this is moving, then it's going to just push my corner out there, which I don't think that was helping either. So that's one mistake on my part. So I'm going to keep completely independent from that. It's not going to look very good, but I don't see what else I can do without rebuilding this. And this here is next door's floor level, so right at the bottom of the hill here. So that's the difference there. That's about 1200. That wall is. So keep that separate, I think. Maybe tie into this wall here to give the corner a bit more strength. Yeah, and then rebuild. Yeah, look, here's a good example of the issue. I mean, look at the difference in colour between that, and that just comes out the first 15-20 mil, as does that. But then what it's attached to, solid, yeah, it's come out the back as well, look. It's just as if that 10 mil between the two bricks isn't enough for it. And it's weak, and the weather's just getting to it. I don't know. Oh man. Look at this. No chisels required. Oh man. Oh, it's enough to make a grown man cry, isn't it? What have I done? What have I done? What have I done? Different than all the others. Including this. What have I done differently? What's going on? That wall's wet behind it, isn't it? Is it just the moisture coming through? It's attacking it, attacking the mortar for the few winter months that it's had. Well, the few winter periods, I should say. It might be. Then how do I stop that? What do I do? Nothing, can I? Nothing at all. Oh man. Demoralising. It's the water, isn't it? It's the water. Look how wet that block wall is behind it. And what it is, I'll show you outside. We're at the bottom of a very steep cul-de-sac. I think we're one house. So the houses tear down quite significantly. And there's the floor height for next door. And there's ours. So it rains. Water goes downhill, as we know. And it's hitting us here. That's what's pushing this wall over. Because there's no weak poles in that at all. Look, all the way across. No expansion joints, nothing. And that's about, I don't know, what's that? 12, 14 metres long or something. That's how far out a plumb it's pushed it over the years. So that's what's doing it. That's the same ground level as next door, so the water's coming down when it rains and it's just coming through, and the water's coming through the bricks, it's coming through the wall, it's coming through the bricks somehow, because there is a gap there, but there's some snots or something that's coming through. I mean, that is wet to touch, that is. Not only can you see it, and it's coming through, I reckon. And the water comes through and it gets to the end, and this is where it freezes in the winter, and this is where it gets attacked and it blows out. So this remains relatively solid, even though it is soaking wet. That is soaking wet. That's solid. It's solid, that one. As soon as I start cleaning that off, it just, all that off, they just pop off. So what can we do to rebuild that? Which means it's not going to happen again. I don't know. Leave that one with me. Ding! Light bulb moment. It needs hardware and brick, doesn't it? It needs engineering bricks. I've used the wrong kind of bricks for that. I'm effectively below ground. It needs a hardware and brick, stronger mix, 4-in-1 mix, engineering bricks. Yeah. That's what I've done. Nothing wrong with the compo which I've done. Nothing wrong with basically anything that I've done application wise. I just shouldn't have used these bricks. I shouldn't have tried to match the house. That's it. That's it. However, all sleepers, all railway sleepers, something that can let the moisture through, let the water through. No amount of air bricks, no amount of weep holes in that is going to do it. Far too low. I'll turn you around, I'll show you where I'm looking at now, and it'll all make sense. How do I do it? How do I do it? Oh, I'm in a tease, I'm in a tease. Look at that house there, right? Now, if I was to go in a straight line here, I'd probably be a house height below that house, if that makes any sense. That's how high up we are here, how steep this road is, and all that water just naturally is coming down the hill and hitting this. We are the lowest point. That house there is the same height as us, so it's coming, if anything, we're protecting them. So this is what's happening. Water's coming down, it's hitting that. So we're effectively below ground. So if you can imagine this was an extension, this is the trench that we are, and that's our ground level next door there. All this will be engineering bricks, wouldn't it? It'd be a 4-in-1 mix, engineering bricks up to there. That's what we'd do. So that's what we need to do here. Or, as I say, railway sleepers, something that lets the water through. That's not just moisture, I mean it's actual water coming through to do that. If I use these bricks again, it's just going to happen again, isn't it? No amount of weep holes in there is going to stop it, because look, this is wet all the way up to there. That is wet to the touch. So yeah, that's what we need to do. Now that's a good plan, but there's a downside, and that downside is who pays for it. Because I've just had a price to offer blue engineering bricks, which will match everything, and it'll look lovely, look nice, make a nice job of it, it'll be beautiful. And they are £1.26 each. Unbelievable. £400 plus VAT a pack, plus VAT, and there's 380 bricks in the pack, and we need about that actually. It's about that, maybe a couple more. So who pays for that? Is this my fault? Is it? Do I pay for it? I can't have that. I did a labour for free, but sand cement I was going to anyway, wasn't I? I'm here on the pretense that I rebuild this wall with those for free. So that means the sand using, supplying sand and cement, not the bricks. Not the bricks. Not 480 quid's worth of bricks. No man. What do I do? What do you do? What do you do? Is it my fault? I don't know. Blue skies though. Could always be worse. Right, I've cleaned it all off. Cleaned the footing off at least, and this is how I've got to leave it now, unbelievably. Because look at a mess. Oh man, I feel so bad. I feel really bad about it, but if they go for the engineering bricks, I'm going to put it to them. If they go for it, that means all these are being skipped, so I can't clean them off. I can't clean all the stuff up and put it in the rubble bags or the mortar, because again, if I'm getting skipped now, that could be shoveled straight in. So it's more cost effective just to leave it as it is and just wait for the decision, I think, which I don't like doing for the state of it. But they're on hold at the moment, so I've got to get in contact with them and break the bad news to them. So it's not as if they've got to look at it whilst it's happening. Oh man, I feel bad. Right, we'll leave this episode there, I think. A bit of a cliffhanger as to what happens next. It was going to be a lovely bricklaying video, but it hasn't quite turned into that right now, has it? So we need your help. What would you do? Is it my fault? Just tell me if it is. I'm a big boy, I can take it. Should I pay for it? Should I have known? Do I meet them halfway? Is it one of those things? It has been 4 years. I don't know. I just want to do the right thing, but at the same time I don't want to be a mug. One thing's for sure though, I know how this bloke feels. Nightmare. See you next time.